Life.
All right, what's up, guys? Back again on the Greyhound investment page. Today we've got rather okay. First and foremost, I am rather casual today. Kind of sick of sitting indoors, like this whole MCO, RMCO. I don't know what CO is it right now, but
Whatever
it's giving
CEOs
me a
lah.
toll. Yeah, I did see Pikachu before. Sorry, buddy, I missed you out there,
Yeah.
and I hope you're keeping well because the MCO. Hopefully, the MCO is not I don't know which CMCO, RMCO, EMCO. I don't know which one we're in right now, but it is quite frustrating. So I decided to like come outside. It just rained and yeah, so I'm
Mm.
yeah, just kind of like in the kind of relaxed, chilled out mode lah today.
Yeah lah.
Okay, so basically we're here to kind of talk about another huge topic. I think the last couple of days, especially since the US elections, huge news have been coming one after another, which is sometimes they're quite surprising, but it is good news. That's important. Okay, so the news that we want to share with you right now is basically the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, which is the RCEP. Okay, this is pretty much made out of 10 Southeast Asian countries together with South Korea, China, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand.
Yep.
Okay, so for us, we're quite lucky in the sense that because our funds at this point of time are predominantly invested in Malaysia, and then after Malaysia is predominantly invested in China and Asia Pacific. So
Yeah.
this news is very very welcoming for us, and so we are happy. And I'll let Dalvin hit a few more pointers, and then we'll keep going from here,
Yes.
from then on.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Arwin. So once again, feels good to be back on the video.
Correct. Yeah.
So this RCEP, right, is rather interesting because it's been in talks apparently based on the article that we read, right. It's about 7 to 8 years it took for
Yeah,
them
it took
to
about
come
eight
to an
years to
agreement.
kind of like finalize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So this is basically an extension or basically a branch of the previously there's another agreement that existed, which is the Trans-Pacific Partnership.
Okay.
US was a part of this before for the TPP, this Trans-Pacific Partnership. But 2017, once Trump was in power, right? So
Donald
he
Trump,
withdrew.
the Donald.
The Donald. So Mr. Donald, Mr. Trump pulled out of that Trans-Pacific thing, and
Correct.
also they are not part of this new agreement, obviously. So this deal, right? This RCEP deal, right? To be very specific, is basically they say it's a non-US agreement lah. So in a sense that they're not going to really bother about US, so they're going to focus more on Southeast Asia and the Asian Pacific region to an extent. So
Correct.
this is
Just before you
quite a good
continue, I
news
want
for
to,
us. Yes.
yeah, just before you continue, I want people to understand the magnitude of this deal. This deal pretty much takes in one third of the world's economy, and
Mm.
it is actually massive. One third of the world economy, and we've not included India yet. We've not included US as well. But with China and the rest of the economy, it's like one third of the world's economy is like kind of
Correct.
going to be benefited from this deal. So which is I think a really 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 big deal. Yep, sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt.
Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, I was going to come to the point about India as well. So it's a shame that they missed out on this deal. Apparently, because they're not happy with some of the terms. But otherwise, it would have been a great news as well because for us, we are also investing in Indian funds.
Correct, yes, yes.
Yeah, but I think there might be some other things to look forward for India in probably middle of next year. Once things are
Yeah,
going
I
to
think the
recover.
doors are still open for India. If I've read through a couple of articles, they're
Mm.
not totally shut down. Mainly for India is they're a little bit worried that if the Chinese goods start inflating, if they don't have tariffs on certain goods, say like Vietnam
Yes.
or like their country is going to lose out on a lot of industries. If you look at India, give you one example, they don't. India doesn't import any textile from China,
Correct.
so
They
that's just
pretty
one
much have their
one
own.
example. Mainly, if they start doing that, the Indian textile market, which is like a sense of, you see, the other thing is India doesn't really rely a lot on exports. They're very
Yeah.
like how do I say, self-sufficient economy.
Self-sufficient lah. Yeah.
Okay, so they don't really have many exports, which they should have because they don't really have like a huge US dollar reserve with them. But they kind of need to. They probably found certain terms unfavorable, hence why they are not part of this deal at the moment.
Yes.
Which I
Correct.
think might be a smart move because India is still a very labor
Labor
how do I
intensive
say,
and
labor-centric country.
ah.
And if you're
Mm.
going to go for try to beat China or Vietnam or Laos for those things, I think they might
Yeah.
actually shoot themselves on the foot.
I think for India, right, they have the, I mean, in terms of other countries in that region, right, probably they have the advantage because they have a lot of investments coming in from US, especially for tech sector. So
Correct. Yes.
companies like Facebook, Google, they've heavily invested in Reliance and all these companies, right? So which is a good sign. But of course, due to the pandemic, it's a bit slowed down. We'll
Yeah.
be staying till next year to see what it happens with that.
Correct. It doesn't really seem like India's got like a very a huge benefit. Like I said, mainly
Yeah,
you see, look at the other countries, right? They're mainly exporting countries. They here they, even like us, we are all like what is this
yeah,
technology and
palm oil and all.
engineering,
Mm.
palm oil stuff like that. And so we've got something to benefit from because India is not like a huge export market. So I don't know. That's just my basic sense, lah. Okay,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm not speaking on behalf of the decision makers there, but I think that's the reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, end of the day, the economists they made their decisions. They should know
correct.
what's the best, lah. I mean,
Yeah.
they're setting up all sorts of like multilateral, deals and then free trade zones and all. So there's something to expect out of that. And
Mm-hmm.
but also important thing is here, we may think that US is not part of this. They may not benefit out of this, but also a very important news, right? Out of Joe Biden's victory, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his party, basically him, right, and his party, they are pushing for green technologies, greener environment, right?
Correct.
So I like to take us back 5 years in the past, in 2015, where there was Paris Climate Agreement in 2015. So basically,
Okay.
this was a agreement signed by 197 countries in the world
Okay.
to they came together finally after I don't know how many years as well, to agree on that climate change is a real thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they have to move forward to reduce emissions and reduce carbon footprint and all. So most of the countries, they have their plans out there already. So US also part of this. They were part of this agreement back in 2015, but then Mr. Trump came in and he said climate change is a hoax.
Yeah,
So they
it's
pulled out. Yeah,
correct.
and
Like yeah.
now they are going back in, and I see this as an opportunity as well for US because they being one of the largest economy in the world at the moment, if they are going to be leading this charge for green green technology or
Green
whatever you call it,
technology and
yeah,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah, so cleaner environment, let's say, and just
Yep.
put it simple. So if they are leading the charge for this, there's a very very high chance that others are going to easily follow this.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, China, India, all the other
I
superpowers,
mean, I
they are going to
won't rule out
follow.
US being out of it totally, but then
Mm,
China is gonna. It really depends on how. I think essentially is how US is gonna treat China from now onwards, lah.
yeah.
I mean, you can't deny the fact that China is a very aggressive, very very big, powerful economy. Donald Trump did try to put them back in their place, which he did succeed for a while, but we don't know if Joe Biden is going to be uh, that sort of president. Seems unlikely,
Mm,
but yeah, it'd be interesting to see. So now, basically, what's our outlook from this point onwards? I would say that I'm a little bit more excited now with the Asia Pacific ASEAN region now, basically
mm.
because of a couple of reasons. Mainly, one, we've got the uh, what is this COVID-19
COVID
um,
vaccine.
vaccine out. I
Mm.
was just looking through Bloomberg before we started this off. I think there was
Uh huh.
another, I can't remember the company's name, another vaccine discovered which had a higher success rate at about
Oh, really?
94.5%, uh, um, which is again another big news.
Okay.
This is massive
Interesting.
news by Moderna. So I'm not too sure where this company originates from and
Uh-huh.
stuff like that.
It's a
But
Let me
yeah,
Google
so
search. Mhm.
yeah, this is big companies. So this is big news. Again, we were excited by Pfizer's 90%. Now this is a
Mhm.
94.5. Very soon, I'm very sure we'll hear about 99%. And once this is mass produced, we'll be
Yeah.
very, very happy. Economies are going to be opening up. And secondly, so that's the main reason, the vaccines. Second reason is Donald Trump out of the picture will help China prosper, the
Correct.
Asia Pacific region prosper. Uh, Two reasons again because of this is number one, there'll be a halt on the trade war. So there won't be any erratic, any crazy moves by Donald Trump just to suddenly shut Huawei,
Yeah.
suddenly do this, suddenly do that, and stuff like that. And the second main reason is we are expecting Joe Biden to increase the corporate taxes in US, which will lure investors away from US and bring their money into Asia Pacific,
Yep.
Asia, China, stuff like that. So this will be the attractive market in the year or so. So, so what I'm trying to tell you guys is like you got to start investing now, not later. You when you
Yeah,
if you
correct.
look at like so these are the signs that the opportunity. See, okay, I'll get to the third point first, and then
Sure,
I'll
sure.
like
Yeah,
come
yeah.
to the conclusion. Okay, what you should do. So the third point here is like we've seen this agreement that's been made, the Asia Pac agreement, which is again a massive deal. And can you just imagine if India do come part of it? And they're quite cordial with India at this point of time. It's just that they just kind of India is kind of like stayed back because they've got their
Yeah.
own
Own things
own
to
thing
do
going,
now.
which is fine. And India has always been like that, and that's why I like to invest in Indian equity, because there will be years where everything else is down, but India will be like on top. And cannot comprehend why is that happening, because they're not affected by what China is affected. They're not affected by
Yeah.
what India is affected. So they're just kind of like in their own style, in their own system, and in their own movement kind of thing.
Correct.
Um, Okay, so what I'm saying is like, guys, I can't say for sure, but every single thing is pointing towards Asia Pacific for the next year or 2 years at least. Okay, so initially I was becoming a little bit more careful at the start of the year with Asia Pacific. I was saying like, if this year does a double digit, I'm going to be like very careful and not go
Mm.
too much into it. But I don't think I am going to be that defensive anymore for the year,
So we
hopefully.
should go
And
for a more on the attack now.
yeah,
Mm.
I think that as it's a really hard call, especially when we're recording and putting this out there. But I really feel um, with the data and and things that's happening right now, that Asia Pacific should prosper for another year at least.
Yes, at least another year.
At least another year. I don't know if they're going to do the big 20%, but I'm confident it'll be a positive number. Okay,
Yeah.
it'd be more than what we expect,
Well, I
which
mean,
is
we always expect at least an 8, so
yeah. So,
that's
and the thing
easily
is, the
available,
the
yeah.
China funds especially have been giving us returns. The Greater China region, especially, been giving us returns
30%.
beyond our expectations. They've given about like 50% over the last two
Over two
years,
years, yeah.
which is insane. And if you've invested correctly, you'll probably be making more than that at this point of time, because we always encourage people to buy low and sell high. And with that, I think the real estate funds are also going to start looking to be very attractive
Mm.
soon. So start moving your funds there. I've done a little bit of that, hoping for a recovery on a bounce and stuff like that. I have kind of like slowed down on India, like I mentioned in the last couple of
Yep.
videos, mainly because there doesn't seem anything exciting coming out from there. So my focus is a lot, very heavy on Asia Pacific, Malaysia, and also I've increased my exposure into REITs as well. And I've kind of starting to reduce my exposure in bonds, because I think equity markets are gonna start like
Gonna start taking off a bit
taking
more after
taking
this.
off. And bonds did well last year. It did well at the first half of this year, very obvious reasons, because people were a bit worried with equity. So when people are worried with equities, they move their stuff to bonds, and bonds will increase. The very natural things of that, very very natural correlation. Um, so yeah, basically
Mm.
that's my opinion, and I hope I'm right, because we cannot know for sure. It takes a lot of, I guess, conviction to say stuff like this online for what, hundreds and hundreds of people to watch. But yeah, I am
Yeah,
feeling confident with
yeah,
the region.
yeah. When I feel the same, of course. Looking at all the information that we're having, the insights that we're getting from our fund managers, it's really looking like a strong year ahead for Asia Pacific. And then we're not discounting US out just yet, just because Trump is out, But
Yeah,
Biden is in. He's bringing in his own policies. Vaccines are on the way, so the FDA, initially they said anything that is above 50% effectiveness is considered good enough to be rolled out, and we're getting things like 90%, 95% effectiveness. So it's almost a telltale sign that the vaccines are going to come very soon.
correct. Yeah.
So let's just hang in there a bit more. I think next three
I think in
four
about three to
months,
6 months, we'll
yeah, should
definitely
be
get
good.
access to the vaccines. And, a second company, as of like 20 minutes ago, I mean, this is being pre-recorded, by the way. So about 20 minutes ago,
Moderna,
we,
right?
yeah, so announcement came, and, it'd be cool if like we could hear a couple more other companies come out with, more announcements, which
Hmm.
will lead to a faster recovery. And we really hope that China does a discovery of a vaccine soon, because Malaysia and China has got like a pact where
Yeah.
I think that we are on their preference
Priority
list,
list. Yep.
because even if Pfizer kind of like releases their numbers, we won't be getting any of it soon, because it'll probably go to like US and Europe and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and
It will take time for the knowledge transfer and all those, right? To
to
even
move around.
to
Yeah.
manufacture it locally, right? It will take time.
Correct. It is becoming
Mm.
a East versus West game. It is becoming an Asia versus Europe or US game. And I think, man, I really
Go
think,
Asia.
yeah. I mean, we have. I think this pandemic has shown, like, regardless whatever, that Asia is definitely on top of of this game.
Yeah.
Um, we are one of the, how do I
We
say,
handle it better than the
we
West
definitely
lah.
handle it better than
Yeah.
Europe. We definitely handle it better than Asia. I think our people are smarter, and it's just that the American management, and the American technology, and what they do is they sell this American dream, and then they get the best brains around the world to come in to America,
Yeah.
and so I have to give it up to the Western management. The Asian management is still not at par, and that's mainly the main fall. But I think we are catching up, and yeah. So
China's
yeah,
leading the charge for that. So go
all
China.
right. Stay in Asia. Be happy to be an Asian.
Yeah.
Don't get complex and stuff like that. But
Yeah. We can't even go out now, so let's just stay at home. Yeah.
yeah. So if you have any plans to migrate, just migrate to maybe Singapore lah. Stay in Asia.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Don't leave.
Work there, send your money here. That's what most people do in Singapore.
Correct. Anyway, we
Yeah.
always get out of topic and start
I mean,
babbling
so
about
super
stuff that's
casual
not
as
relevant.
well.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that's basically it, guys. Asia Pacific is looking really bright. Um, we will focus on it for the next quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters. Maybe everything changes every quarter, but at this point of time, it looks really exciting. And our funds, man, I don't know what happened today for the Malaysian funds. Let me quickly check. But
I did not check as well.
they've just been rallying positively every day, which is
Mm.
just amazing. We've kind of like over the last 2 years, oh, it did drop, but very minimal, not even, it's like
I see.
0.03, just a
I
slight
see.
correction, which is negligible. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I've
likely because we have spread out the risk lah. Like we, if you look at
correct.
this
Yeah, I
share
very
market,
negligible. Nothing, nothing to
gloves are pretty much dropping everywhere, but we have coverage in everywhere else. So basically, that's what's keeping us, on the slight
afloat.
positive or
Yeah.
slight negative. Yeah.
So yes, that's that, guys, and do keep investing, and see you guys soon.
All right. Bye bye.
All right, man. Take care.
Oh, before we go, of course,
Okay.
don't forget to, if you're watching this on YouTube, follow, hit the subscribe button, and then hit the bell as well, and then leave a comment if you like, and click the like button as well. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, just hit that like, hit that heart, and also if you're watching this on LinkedIn, right, Arvin?
Yeah,
If
LinkedIn,
you're
just give a
watching on
thumbs
LinkedIn,
up.
give a thumbs up and give a
Yep.
professional opinion maybe over there. All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, we hope to see you all in the next video. Then take care, everyone. Bye
All right,
bye.
guys. Ciao. Take care.